upon further review, I was just wondering, like, what it was like to be one of Jesus' siblings. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what was life like for Jesus's brothers? Like, what did he have? Did they have a Jackson Mahomes? So you know that he had like four brothers. It was like James, Joseph, Judas, and Simon. If I'm correct. So I mean, you know what? Jesus was black. We're gonna rename one of them Daquan. Like, I want to know what it was like in a day in the life of Daquan of Nazareth. You know what I'm saying? Like, what did they do? Like, what, you know what I mean? Like, what was, like, why didn't they become disciples? Like all of them. Was it like, I would think that your family is gonna be like your biggest supporters. So, you know what I mean? I just kind of like wondering like what happened to all of them in the fray. Like, you know what I mean? Like like Daquan, like he got a successful carpentry business, and he, you know what I mean? Like, he just, you know what I mean? He's not famous, but you know what I mean? Like, he's doing well for himself. You know what I mean? Like, he has a wife and a family. And like, I don't know, like does anything that they do matter? Like, did it matter growing up? It's like, so in high school, like, Jesus is getting straight A's, and you know what I mean? Like, in there, like, they might be doing just as well, but you know what I'm saying? But because he's Jesus, you know what I mean? Like did they feel away? Like, I don't know if which one of them was like the middle child. I know he had sisters too. It was like, like, what was it like, yo? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and of course, like, they weren't some of the super rich, so like they had to share rooms and whatnot. Like, you share a bedroom. You know what I mean? Like, you got all your brothers in there. And you know what I mean? Like, y'all just, like, you just be talking when you're supposed to go to bed, and, before your parents tell you to shut up. And so, like, what are you know what I mean? Like, are you asking him to, you know what I mean? Like, yo, like, could you do me a solid? Like, yo, whatever happens, just make sure I get into heaven. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because you know how, like, we always say that, like, you can't get into heaven based on the prayers of your parents or your grandparents. And so, or like, or people in your family, like, oh, I'm close to somebody who knows Jesus. So I'm gonna get in by association. But it's like, yo, but if you know Jesus, like, you know what I mean? Like, we're like, oh, I know Jesus. Like, I have a relationship with him. I read about him in his word, like, we speak, I pray and all this stuff. But what if you really knew Jesus and found out that he was all right? No. What if you really knew Jesus, and you know what I mean? Like, and y'all grew up together. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, this Jesus of Nazareth. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm right under. I'm Daquan of Nazareth. I don't want all the of Nazareths to not go to heaven. And so, like, I'm like, yo, just, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I'm trying to get in. You know what I mean? Like, what was Jesus' family reunion like with all of them? With, you know what I mean? Like, what type of relationship did he have? Like, once he turned 30 and began his ministry, like, was it, you know what I mean? Like, did he ever, like, just, like, go back and, like, kick it on, well, there wasn't no Thanksgiving, but, I mean, whatever they did, like, you know what I'm saying? Like what? When he, like, when he came around, was there any resentment toward him because the parents favored him? I think, I mean, I'm positive, it's a good question. Whether or not Jesus got spanked as a child. I don't know. But I was just trying to think of like the sibling dynamic and what really was that. It's a question. I've got some questions. Just thinking about that. So feel free, drop some answers or questions in the comments, please.